What's going on, guys, and welcome to the first couple of games. I don't know how many I'm going to do, but it should be a few, um, of this series from the Russian Championship. This is the semifinals, I think. It's between Tila and Bobi. Nice long series for a series. Should be pretty good. Now, before we get into this, there are some interesting, let's say, rules for the tournament. So it's max 2 of the same unit, unless the it's the only unit in the unit type. So for example, if you only have one melee infantry option, you can take 4 of that unit. But if you have 2 melee infantry options, you can take 2 of each. And if you have 6 melee infantry options, you could take, well, there's max 6, I think it's max 6 melee infantry, max 12 total infantry, so you could take 2 of 3 different types of melee infantry if you wanted to. But you can't take more than 2 unless the unit is the only one in its unit type. So that's interesting. It's also max 2 horse archers, no matter what, max 2 total. And then the rest of it, yeah, like I said, 6 melee infantry, 12 total infantry. Maybe there are some cavalry or archer limits, but you're probably not likely to hit those. So let's get into it. I'm not sure how matchups were picked. I think it's just like you have use it, lose it, I'm pretty sure. And you just counter pick. So let's get into the first one again. Not sure who picked first, so yeah, not totally sure there, but let's check it out. So first one here, we have Seleucids versus Pontus. And again, the faction power is very, very different with these rules than normally, because, you know, when you have, for example, like Boyai can only bring 3 cav. So that's, I mean, plus light horse, but light horse suck dick, so, you know, so they can only bring 2 sword followers and 2 of thorn, so they're going to be forced to go down into their worst units. So actually other factions can be very strong. So I don't really know. I feel like Pontus, though, is one of the factions that would remain very, very strong, because they can still bring 2 Pontic swords, 2 Celtics, 2 Nakeds, which is very powerful infantry corps. They can still bring pikes, they can bring noble bloods and Cappadocians, and they can still bring horse archers. So you're not really losing very much with Pontus. So I assume they're very strong, and I would bet they're stronger than Seleucids, but let's see. So I think this is Bobi's army. I could be wrong, but we'll see. He's got 2 Terran tank cavs here, as his missile force here, missile cav, Jeff cav, whatever. Up front here, 2 Eastern slingers and probably an Eastern archer, or yes, there's a Persian light archer. Right, they don't have Eastern archers, that's fine. There's a regular archer back here. So 4 missiles, pretty normal. Up here, levy pikes, levy pike, so 4 pikes. Silver shield swords, 2 thorax swords, and there's silver shields, so 2 silver shields, 2 thorax, 2 hillmen most likely. There. 2 Median cav and a Hellenic cataphractic jet. So a pretty nice army there. He's going to have those elite swords, he's got a good pike line, decent archer line. And again, nobody can really bring 4 slingers. I don't think any faction except for the Iberians can bring 4 slingers. So having archers is not a huge deal here, and the archer war will be pretty even. These Persian light archers are good, these regular Greek archers not so much. So it's a very solid army though, but it will suffer in the cav department. You do have a Hellenic cataphract, but Pontus is going to have much better cav. And so I'm going over the Pontic army here. 2 mercenary Scythians out here. They're just skirmishing with these Tarentines. Looks like they're doing well, getting the majority of the kills, so that's nice. Only losing 2 men so far. Over here, we can't really see the whole army, but I assume it's 2 noble bloods and 2 Cappadocians, and then a general Pontic royal cav. Here we have a hoplite and an Eastern spear in reserve. Pontic swords, again, it's pretty much guaranteed to be 2 Pontics, 2 Celtics, and then 2 Nakeds here. 2 Eastern Slingers up in the front, and 2 Bronze Shields, or only 1? No, 2 Bronze Shields and 1 regular pikeman, so that's a very strong pike force, but are you over-investing in it is the question. Then again, you're Pontus, so the problem is you have so much fucking money, because all of these infantry are so cheap, that you don't actually have money to spend, and you have extra money to spend. So maybe you could do that, but you could have upgraded this Eastern Spear to a hoplite. I mean, maybe he has another hoplite hidden there, or a Thurio Spear or something. So that's kind of curious. I'm not sure I totally agree with that. Here the Tarentines are just eating that fire in the forest, so it's not going to be super bad. Let's, it's 17 minutes long, so we're going to triple speed here. And the map is pyramid, so these noble bloods and Cappadocians are going to have a nice edge in the heat environment, but so will these Medians. The Hellenic Cataphracts don't have it, and Hillmen do. So yeah, it's going to be better for Pontus to be in the heat here, for sure. Because these Pontic swords will get it, and all the cap. Oh, so now we can see the whole army, and yeah, 2 naked swords as I predicted, and the Pontic Royal Cav Gen as I also predicted. So yeah, very standard stuff for Pontus, and it seems quite strong. So okay, pushing forward here for the Archer War here. These naked swords are a target. You might want to just shoot the naked swords instead of shooting these Eastern Slingers, but he's going to shoot the Bronze Shields with the Archers. They're the only thing that are in range. It's a decent target, and you can see they're already dropping 2 men, so not bad. Here it looks like, I guess, again, I assume this is Tila going for an aggressive charge here. He's going to get the Javelins off here, and it will kill, yeah, 7 Noble Blood Cav. He was aiming at this Bronze Shield, but the Noble Blood ate the charge. Here, yeah, you can see these Bronze Shields losing a lot of men to those Javelins and Archer Fire, very good. But here the engagement's going to start here. Celtics get a nice charge into these Hillmen, but the Silver Shields will follow up here. However, they're falling up into Bronze Shield, so you don't really know. You can see how they want the charge there. And I'm not sure how effective this will really be. But the Celtics are running through the pikes here to help fight, and they'll do a good job in that Heracles-style engagement. And the Pontic Swords running around the flank very quickly, already causing a lot of chaos here. But the Hellenic Cataphract and these Thorax Swords will come in here, and this Hellenic Cataphract is going to get a great charge on both units. Actually, nicely done here, retreating that Noble Blood Cav. This Pontic Sword is going to get smashed no matter what. If you charge that Noble Blood Cav, it's also going to get smashed, so there's no point in losing it there. Celtics are dying, but you can see the Silver Shields are slowly getting fucked by the Bronze Shields, who have not lost many men, so they're in good shape. These Noble Blood Cav trying to get a counter charge, but the Hellenic Cataphracts are out of there. Naked's going to get a very nice charge here on the Thorax Swords, but they're kind of not charging the Thorax, they're actually charging the Hellenic Royal, so... yeah, so it's not going to be too bad. Here the Noble Blood Cav comes around the flank. It's actually a Cappadocian, so that's nice. And Bobi's kind of slow to respond here with his Cav. He needs to get in here and kill this unit very quickly. And meanwhile, Tila, you can see flanking this way, and Bobi has a lot of units that are out of the fight. And they are rotating over, so that's good. But it will take them a while to do so. And you can see his Median Cav are like not even charging in. Like, I don't understand what they're doing there. And these Naked Swords kind of pulled through. They were mostly on the flank, but they definitely did a little bit of pull through there. But it won't matter too much. They're just gonna die. Yeah, they're losing men. I don't even see where the unit is though. Hoplites charging up with the Silver Shields, or no, these are regular Thorax Swords, but they'll do very well in this fight, in all of these fights. The Silver Shield Swords, though, going down to this combined attack, another Naked Sword charge, and the Celtics, and the Bronze Shield, so this is not good. You can see a Pike unit is dead there, and now these Noble Blood Cav busting through, and looks like Pontus is doing very well here. After they kill that Silver Shield, they're in really good shape. They're already busting through into the backlines. Seleucids need to go kill these archers right now with the Tarentines. That would be a huge first step. And these pikes are still alive, so they can continue to do very well. Hellenic Cataphract down to 40 men, so he's starting to lose men. But these Pontic Swords, Naked Swords here, and other Pontic Swords here are all going to die very soon. So it's definitely not over, because the momentum is being lost here. And there's a Silver Shield Swordsman at 120 men, so that's going to be very annoying. And now, these Medians are activated, but there is a reserve Celtic and the General here. So now's the chance, yeah, and he's going to go for it. So good micro there. And I'm going to go after those Eastern Slingers, kill them off. And here, this Cappadocian or Noble Blood is going to not kill off these Hillmen, especially if these Medians would actually do something. And these archers are now turning the tide of the battle. And now these Silver Shields are in a very good fight against these Hoplites until these Bronze Shields can come and affect things. But there's still 2 pikes alive here for Selly, so they're going to do quite well again. Now Pontus is kiting a bit here. Going to save his archers, which is good. And these cavalry are very good, but the question just remains, what can you do to get to these archers for Selly? Because 4 archers here can just start focusing down any target they need. And he needs, it's absolutely crucial that he gets this Bronze Shield in front of this Silver Shield Sword right now. And he pulls out all of these units and starts doing something else with them. Because this Silver Shield can kill this entire blob pretty much, except for the Bronze Shield. So having them die in this fight is useless when you have a Pike unit, which literally counters these swords. So he should really pull out a lot of these units. Of course, there is another Thorax Sword in behind with 80 men, so it's going to be harder to pull out. And you can see these pikes are not really fighting that many enemy units, so that's not good. It's not good at all. And this fight is going to turn quickly. And even more quickly is how these archers are going to kill off these Cappadocians. And over here, Noble Blood Cav is coming into the rear, but there's a Median Cav here at 60 men. So Bobi, I think by not using his cav, has actually really saved himself here because now his cav is quite healthy. He should have suffered more for it, I think, though. And now his general is charging in here. This is going to be good, but the archers are just so prominent here. You would like to see these noble bloods. Yeah, they're finally going to do something. The Median cav kind of got caught off here, but I think the general just died? No, I guess these are... I don't know why. Look at these routes. Panic Swords routing at 60 men. What the fuck? Horse archers routing. They're exhausted, to be fair. It's the desert heat that's really doing it. But now, okay, the cav gets in here, kills off the archers. Very crucial. But these slingers seem like they will also go down to the Median cav here. This recharge will be good. And these silver shield swords are still active. The general's dead for solutions, though. So here comes a nice charge from the royal cav. And you can see these this noble cav killed all of the archers, so it gets massive kills. But again, the infantry fight's not just going very well for Selly, crazily enough. Like, I didn't think that would happen. But now the question is, can he kill off this Median cav and play with the archers? Then it might be enough, because look at all these units coming back from routing. These guys may be out of ammo, though. That would be unfortunate. But yeah, killing this Median is absolutely the crucial. This is going to be a great endgame here. But the problem is, these pikes are so healthy. I don't think there's anything... Yeah, so he's got like no blood here to kill off this Median. So the archers will be fine, the slingers. And the bronze shield will continue to do very well. Let's see what the gen can do at 34, the best cavalry unit on the field. And there goes the Median getting sniped down by those slingers, so that's great. But the problem is this silver shield and these pikes. Might just be too much nice pike usage there. I mean, I don't know if it was intentional, but it was good. All these units are, yeah, very tired, so they're just breaking. I would say rest here and just use your slingers. But it's going to be close. These slingers can do massive damage to pikes, of course, and there's good cavalry on the field. Horse archers have ammo, but they just miss, which is kind of sad. So it's going to be a box endgame here. He's got a sword unit, which is good to keep alive. Killing off these pikes, yeah, that's a decent target. I guess you don't want to kill, you don't want to shoot the silver shields while the pikes are still on the field, really. But you might have to. Yeah, okay, so the key here is you should actually kill these units and then let the pikes survive, because they will just rout in the late game. Even if you form a triangle, it's not a strong enough defensive structure to hold on, and they will instantly rout if they get recharged if you kill off these silver shields. So I think he should split up his slingers, kill this cav, or he doesn't even need to, just keep this noble blood cav tracking this cav unit, and then split up and shoot down the silver shields, because they have the encourage bonus. The general's dead, so these pikes do not have good morale, and they will rout if you kill these two units and the cav unit. Let's see. Let's go to triple, though, because I think there's going to be a little bit of a dearth of action. He goes to the forest, though. That's smart. He's still trying to shoot the pikes, and I understand the worry about the pikes, but really, again, you're shooting the levy pike, which is completely pointless. You have to understand the morale here. The morale is such that the pikes are not a problem. It's really the silver shield. And I get it that if you kill all 3 pikes, then the silver shield falls, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to be practically impossible to kill all 3 of these pikes, I think, just with the ammo left. Very aggressive charge there. You shouldn't do that. Look at. So here's another problem. He just does second win this unit, but this unit's exhausted. This unit's exhausted. This unit's exhausted. This unit's exhausted, and these 2 slingers are fresh because they have better stamina. Winded, and tired. So you need a rest here fully. You cannot go for these charges with the noble blood cav right now. It's 25 men. I can't stress enough how good a 25 man cavalry unit will be in the endgame here, and especially when you have a 34-man gen. So he's not charging in, so this is fine. He's just trying to bait out the pikes to turn. And he's doing really good damage, but again, I guess the slinger must be out of it. Yeah. So he has 1 slinger left now. Doing good damage, so this is still very winnable. I don't think why is he running around so much? I don't understand. Like, the Ponic Sword is exhausted, so let's continue to skip here. There might be a little bit of action, but I don't really think so. Like, look at this unit. Like, it's just running all the time. He goes in for a nice charge there. He loses, like, 2 men. That's totally fine. He uses the slinger here just to absorb. But again, now he has an exhausted unit. I really don't think they win this fight. Like, I really don't. The silver shield's just gonna kill everything. Yeah. And now, okay, so he's done a good job of killing a few units. The slinger will come back. He second wins his cav. That's good. But the problem was, why didn't he wait like 2 more seconds to second win that Pontic sword so it actually fought well? I think he's gonna still win in the end, but holy shit. Like, you should be able to just cycle here. I think it'll be fine. Time to rest, like, totally. You have exhausted horse archers. Your cav is gonna be, winded already, so they're not fighting at their full strength, basically. That charge was kind of shit. gonna be close. Like this, he's going after the pike so aggressively. I don't understand the point there. He needs to route the pike there. Yeah, he needs to route the pike. If you're gonna commit like that, you have to route it. And the horse archers are still exhausted, so that's completely pointless. So yeah, he's gonna lose. I think it's close. Like it's still very close, but I think they'll route because they're exhausted again. He needs to go put his aura here. The general's. Oh, maybe the general's dead. Nah, it can't be. You would route. This is pointless. Like I don't understand. You have to rest. Definitely have to rest. Second wins a horse archer, which is good. The other one is very tired. And yeah, they're gonna go down to the pike, I think. Yeah, just not enough. I don't think he played that well at all. So yeah, Bobi was silly, so that's good. So yeah, interesting. That was a good game, but he just misplayed that end game, Tila, by not resting the Pontic sword. Like he just has to be rested to perform well in that fight. And against the Silver Shield unit, like yeah, you know, it's much better, but if it's fresh, at least it'll fight well, and then you can use the Cav, which also needs to be rested. There was no point in engaging at that time. He just needed to rest a bit more. So 1-0 for Bobi. Let's go into the second game. Alright, so now I think, I don't know who picks first, so that's kind of unfortunate, but let's just check it out. Okay, Pontus versus, or no, sorry, Bactria versus Parthia. Again, definitely advantage. I think Parthia, again, is a faction that doesn't suffer at all from these issues, from these rules. So let's go over Bobi's army first, though. 2 Scythians. Up front, 2 Bactrian Noble Horse, very nice. And again, not a lot of cav here for Bobi against Parthia, that's risky. At least he has 2 very strong cavalry here, though. He's got a Bactrian Royal Guard. There's just 2 Bactrian Royal Guard, you don't see that very often. Thurio Spear, very useful. I'm very surprised there's not 2 Thurio Spears on the field. That doesn't make any sense. Like, this Scalate Thorax Hoplite is useless. Buy a Thurios instead for sure. That would help a lot. Eastern Slinger, Light Archers, Mercenary Steering Archer. So a nice Archer force here. It's good to bring Archers against Parthia because you can shoot the Cataphracts a bit more easily. They'll do more damage quickly. Pike line here, 4 pikes. Of course, 2 of them are levies and 2 of them are regular pikes. And yeah, that's it. And 2 Hillmen, or Bactrian Hillmen, with 2 Thorax Swords in the center here. Again, I would have liked to see this be a Thurio Spear. You need the Javelins and maybe more Cav, but whatever. I mean, he has also 19 units, so he could have dropped this Bactrian Rail Guard for 2 Cav units, like 2 Citizen Cav, probably. But I'm not sure if that's better, because Citizen Cav are pretty shit. But now we look at Parthia, and yeah, this is really scary, because Parthia can bring 5 Cataphracts. He doesn't even have to, though. He has 2 Persian Light Archers, and 2 Eastern Slinger. Okay, 1 Parthian Foot, so he just didn't have enough money for 2 Parthian Foot Archers. So he's 1 Persian Light Archer, 2 Eastern Slingers, 1 Parthian Foot, very nice. He'll have 1 Eastern Cataphract here, a Royal Catagen, Eastern Cataphract, and a Kettle Cataphract here, so 4 Cataphracts and a Median Cavalry over here. Not a Noble Blood, but that's fine. Mercenary Hoplites here for on the flanks, and 2 Hillmen on the extreme flanks. Nice. Persian Hoplites here in the center, most likely. With 2 Parthian swords. So yeah, you can see like Parthia really isn't suffering too much from those rules, and he has also 2 mercenary formation horse archers, which are of course very nice. So Parthia just gonna go for the missile engagement. They're gonna do very well in these fights. Obviously, they have better missiles. I mean, it's gonna be pretty even, but this Parthian foot is a big advantage. And look at the angles. Also, he's just going straight for the pikes. He just fears the pikes, because they are stopping the Cataphracts. I don't agree, necessarily. I think you should shoot the Slingers first. But whatever. It's not a big deal. He'll kill off this pike. Maybe he just wants to kill this 1 pike and then rush this flank. That's a fair idea, actually. But he's going to lose a lot of missiles for it, and you want those missiles to alive for the late game in case you have to kill a box or something. But this pike is going down. This Thorax Sword is just way too exposed here. Does he even get a Javelin? Like half the unit gets a Javelin volley. It kills it kills 3 men, so now this Parthian sword will easily kill this Thorax Sword. It's already better. Cataphracts lose 4 men, but they get an easy kill. And now you have these camels on the flanks. I mean, these Parthian swords are going to do great. Persian Hoplites can do fine against the Hillman. And he hasn't committed most of his catas, so he's trying to get around the flank. You can see he has a Hoplite unit and a Hillman on this flank. easily going to crush. He's crushing this fight already, so that's good. And he's also shooting this next pike. I guess he wants to just commit wherever he kills the pikes, he wants to instantly commit, which is not bad. And I don't understand why he's shooting the Persian hoplite here. You gotta shoot the cataphracts, really, or just keep shooting the archers. You can see he's already killed this Persian light archer, which is nice. Tila risking this. The pikes aren't down. The pikes aren't down. Oh, he could have done it. It would have been close though. So I don't blame him for not doing it. So he just pulls back. He loses nothing for that. Hillman versus another Parthian sword. So again, he's winning all these fights. This cataphract charge was a bit late, but it'll still do some damage. And now the camel cataphract's in behind with this flanking. Oh my god. Look at this. Eastern cataphract, camel cataphract in behind. Does he get another charge? Yeah, he does on the back train noble horse. And there's, you know, tons of support here. Bobi has a lot of units here which are not doing anything, and there's no threat in this area of the battlefield. These pikes are not down, so they're just getting fucked, and the royal cat gets a recharge. So this is going to be a fast win for Tila, it looks like. Because all these units aren't doing anything, there's no cataphracts here, so you don't need to worry about this. You just need to start shifting over here where the main threat is. And you can see these hoplites are going to help support the camel here, and there's another eastern cataphract all behind, and Bobi's cav is, you know, it's busy at the moment. Let's see, where's the other one? Oh, it's just dying. Like, it's got no support. That's not good. So yeah, this is going to be bad. You can see the archers are also shooting into this blob, getting massive kills on the noble horse. Recharge here, very nice from the camel cataphracts. He is winning this fight, Bobi, but there's a Parthian sword right here to finish the job. This thorax sword is lost with, you know, 80 men in that Parthian sword, so that's good. And all 4 archers remain for Parthia to just finish off these blobs. So yeah, this is going to be a fast win. You know, here the thorax hoplites here, the scale thorax hoplites, they're not even that good, are going to die to the mercenary hoplites with the support of these Parthian swords. Camel cataphract doing good against the back train rail guard. The back train rail guard will hold on here, probably kill off a lot of these camels, but there's too many other cataphracts remaining and all these archers. Over here there's a hillman. Here the mercenary hoplites are going down, so Bobi's going to hold on to this flank, but I think he'll just lose too many men elsewhere, kind of. And the cataphracts remain. I mean, there's a cataphract behind with a hillman. This hillman's actually flanked all the way around, so it's tired, but it will be good to support that cataphract. And you can see, like, here the Persian hoplites are just charging in. It's going to allow these cataphracts to retreat and hit a new target, and you can see these back train royal guards did win, but they are very isolated back here, so they're not going to be in good shape, and they can charge down and probably kill this Parthian sword, but it won't matter because this cataphracts can just come and hit it in the rear whenever. Here the horse archers make a nice play, but Tila kind of reads it and shoots them. He could just charge his own horse archers in there. And these horse archers won't kill the archers, basically. And he also charges the eastern slinger, which is the most defensively capable unit. Now this other cataphract finally came in. It is tired from that flank, so it's not going to do too well. And it gets out. And a nice javelin volley there. So slowly the cataphracts are dying. Like here, 26 men, and this one, 15. 47, but that's still enough to win easily. Especially because he's just winning the infantry fight everywhere. And there's no cav left for after this one guy dies. And the horse archers are dead. These horse archers have to have ammo still, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they're going to do well here. And finish this off, probably. There's 10 minutes left in this fight, somehow. So he goes after the archers. Actually, he managed to rout, like, all of the archers, somehow. Did the general die? No. That's kind of crazy. He kind of mass routed these guys. Oh, never mind. There's a foot archer right here. So he really routed like 1 unit. Yeah, he routed 1 unit of archers. Or I guess it was a slinger. But that's decent. He's got a thorax sword here at 92 men. Here this archer is going to get charged, but the pikes should cover it off. Yeah, and they do. So what's the cataphract situation here? 44, yeah, 23. That's more than enough to win the battle. You can just do an archer war, kill off the Syrian with the rest of his, again, his horse archers are exhausted, like, all the time. I don't understand how that happened. But yeah, he can, basically just stay here with his remaining infantry, do an archer war to kill off the Syrian archer. Again, like, these Sarmatians are exhausted. They are never going to kill a Syrian archer exhausted, charging in like that. It's just never going to happen. They don't have the melee stats for that. And then surround, in the end, with the cataphracts. The only thing you don't want to do is let the Syrian archer kill your big cataphract unit. I mean, that's pretty much it. But you have archer units, like, everywhere. Surely they have ammo. Yeah. They do. These archers might be out, though. Yeah, they are. Well, that's fine. You have enough archers to kill the Syrian with the slinger. And now these guys will slowly fall. The back train rear guard gen is healthy. Again, this is exactly what you should not be letting them do, is kill off your cataphracts. Slinger's killing off this other pike, that's fine. These guys are like, they're walking? No, they're running, they're just very tired. Yeah, Tila has a big problem keeping his units fresh. Or more fresh. And that's really costing him. But there's a full helmet here. These Parthian swords are 100 men, so they can kill off the Bactrian royal guard pretty much. And there's another helmet here. The only issue for Tila is, again, that all his units are completely exhausted. Like, exhausted, tired, tired. The archer units are fresh. Tired, winded, active. So this Hillman is fresh, and these guys are exhausted. So he's not in a good fatigue state. Everything else is fine. Again, yeah, these formations are winded, so they could probably kill this unit off, but he just decides to bait out some ammo, which is fine. I'm not sure if these guys have ammo. Take charge of them, though. No, they do, it looks like. I mean, maybe not, but... So yeah, now he's just in full retreat here, so we're just gonna skip. These hillmen are not gonna get caught. And yeah, so this is fine. Good job to reset here. He's gonna use his ammo on this unit, so it's completely pointless. The archers kill off the pike. There's one pike left, but one pike is not really a problem. Usually, it just gets surrounded. And Tila will take his time using the rest of his ammo here. Are the Syrians out? Is that why they're not shooting back? Yep, they are out of ammo. So he should totally surround instead of shooting from the front. It's kind of stupid. But the archers, the horse archers are behind now. And slowly they're going to kill off these guys. I mean, there's not much really, and he has more than enough. Again, he needs to rest though. Like, this is a phase of the battle where you can afford to just totally rest. There's no cabs, so they can't kill the archers. 98 hillmen, 34 hot plates. This Parthian sword, 96 men's, and this hillman, 92 men's, more than enough to kill off the rest of this shit with the cataphracts. Yeah, he did a trample charge there, but he was not fresh, so it was kind of bad. But it will work. And he doesn't even need to take his time here, he can just win the battle if he chooses to. Now his swords are fresh, yeah, so he did rest here. I mean, he just didn't rest the cataphract for some reason. His royal cataphract gen is exhausted, but it's okay because you're not going to use that unit at this point. You're going to wait and use this Eastern cataphract as much as you can, because you don't want your gen to die at this point. Pike is going down. Horse archer had a lot of ammo, didn't it? Pike's going to go, yeah, Pike's going to run off the field. The horse archers will chase it down, or the cataphracts. And now, it's just surround and kill the gen. It's already shaken from army losses. The balance of power very much against them. And yeah, slowly gonna get shot down here, but he should just come in and end it. Just using all his ammo to be safe, I suppose. Toying with his enemy here. And now they go in for the charge. It's very easy. He uses frenzied charge there, which is a glitch, but yeah. So Parthia wins, not a big surprise. Bobi made it closer in the end, but in the end it wasn't very close. Like, there's very healthy cataphracts, very healthy Parthian swords. So yeah, that's solid. And now let's go on to the third game, I guess. 1607, nice kills there. Yeah, just a pretty decisive win. I mean, Bactria doesn't have much chance, I would say. So Bobi tried, and it was okay. But in the end, Parthia, just the better faction. I mean, the kills very nice on the Parthian swords, very nice on the cataphracts, and only the Bactrian royal guard did very well for Bobi. So let's go into the third game. Athens versus Carthage. Carthage, a faction that I think is decent under these rules. Like I wouldn't expect it to be too bad. Playing on this map though, I don't even know what it's called. The winter will be okay for the Scutarii. Or they don't even have it. The Celtics though, if he brings them. No, I guess it didn't. So yeah, the winter bonus is not going to be out there for either side really. Balearics don't have it either. Well, they're a pretty long battle. So let's go over Bobi's army. 2 Thracians in the back, of course, since you don't have that many melee infantry options to begin with. So he's maxed out his melee infantry with 2 Thorax and 2 Thracians, not a bad choice. He's got 2 picked hoplites, so that's really strong. I love picked hoplites. They're not usually very good, but in this matchup, maybe they could do something. They're a very cool unit, though. They look sick. Like, yeah, pretty sick. I mean, I really like these guys. They're very fun. They're just like an absolute tank in like Greek city-state battles. If you bring these guys, they're just so fucking tanky. Usually it's not worth it though, because they just cost so much, like 1300. They cost the same as an Oathsworn. Or maybe they cost 1200, I don't even know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Up front here, yeah, 2 picked hoplites. 2 veteran hoplites again, so very, very nice, and thorax hoplites. So yeah, that's going to be super strong. 1 pike, 2 pikes here. That's normal. 2 slingers and an archer probably. Yeah, 2 slingers and an archer. 2 Tarentines and 2 citizen caps. So pretty strange Athens army, I would say. Like, I mean, Athens is a faction I wouldn't rate too highly, because like they just don't have that many options in any unit slot except for spear infantry. So you're gonna struggle there, I think. Tila over here, he has 2 Numidian cav. 2 those Tarentines, very nice. He's got 4 elite missiles, 2 Valerics and 2 Cretans. Very useful because you expect to win the cav fight as Carthage, and then you have these 4 missiles, like, holy shit, that's super powerful. I really like that. And again, like, you're gonna have the infantry advantage as Athens, of course. You have 2 picked hoplites, 2 thorax hoplites, 2 veteran hoplites, 2 thorax swords, and 2 Thracians. Like, that's a lot. Carthage really is only bringing strong melee infantry, and that's it. So, yeah, you're going to have the advantage there. But the cav advantage and the archer advantage going for Carthage, plus their infantry being way more cost-effective, is really nice. Not a lot of javelins out here, so Carthage can go for these YOLO charges. Let's look at their army quickly. He's got 4 late Libyans, presumably, or some of them are Libyans. Looks like 2 Libyans, 2 late Libyans, obviously, because you can't not do that. 2 Scutarii, 2 Libyans, 2 Samnites, very strong. 2 Carthaginians, probably, and 1 Scutarii, I would assume, yep, and 1 Noble Cav Gen, with the 4 archers that I already said, the 2 Valerics and the 2 Cretans. So let's look at the melee engagement here. Getting some nice charges early on here to help kill these, I guess, normally militia hoplites, but he's also chasing these Tarentines, and these Tarentines dying is, like, really crucial, because they're the only things that, like, they're better than the Numidians, right? They can do melee stuff, so if they're dying early on and getting shot by the Numidians, that's a really good start for Tila. Over here, though, picked hoplites and pikes against Scutarii is a really good combination. Pikes just fuck Scutarii in general, like, no doubt about it. The picked hoplite general here getting in, and there wasn't a YOLO charge in these fights, so that's really not good. Like, you need the YOLO charges to help your infantry just survive. You don't need to win, you just need to survive. Over here, though, busting through, he needs to turn the Scutarii and fight these pikes and picked hoplites right now, because this Scutarii is being wasted, and as Carthage, you can't afford to waste a single melee infantry unit, a single one, because you just don't have the numbers. Athens has, let's see, 10 good melee infantry if you include preparations and all the good spears. You have 6 with Carthage, so you can't afford that. Here, chasing after the archers, he decides to just kill off the Scutarii. A fair choice, because these archers were going to survive. Over here, the Thracians charge in, but the infantry are doing well on this flank. Over here, yeah, late Libyans are Libyans riding easily to veteran hoplites, not doing very much. Samnites losing to the picked hoplites, but not doing too badly. And he's winning on this flank pretty decisively. The key is just use these Numidians to kill the archers, and then keep your cav alive, and kill just enough infantry so your archers and slingers just kill everything. And they very well could kill everything. A good target would be right here. The rears of these thorax swords are exposed. Of course, it's only a thorax sword, but you do want to win these infantry fights. It doesn't matter what they're against. Here, the slingers are going to go down, and here, archers are going down, so very nice. Those, even if you sacrifice a cav for that, you do have a massive cavalry advantage, so it's not a big problem. These cavalry need to get out of here, though. Scutarii cav. They can recharge these thorax swords. And again, these pikes and picked hoplites, now they're not doing so well in this fight, so that's great. If you can kill this blob, you will win the battle. Scutarii against thorax swords, close fight here, that's totally fine. Close fights are always acceptable. The cav situation is still fine, like he has the cavalry here. 19 men, but it'll support the Carthaginians at 39, another unit at 18, and the general is still full at 60 men. So yeah, these picked hoplites, the pikes do reform. Bobi does a nice job of reforming, but it does mean that these picked hoplites are surrounded. I think Tila doesn't need to shoot the pikes right now. I think he should be shooting other things. Here, these guys, he needs to shoot these cav. Like, he needs to kill these cav off. I don't think these combined cav units will actually win. They're just too low on numbers. So he needs to shoot these guys to kill off the last remaining melee cav. Here the Tarentines are at 30 men, not a big problem. Yeah, I think these citizen cav are gonna win. And again, he's shooting like the worst targets, I think. Like, he's shooting pikes from the front instead of shooting veteran hops from the rear. Like, those are gonna die so fast, it'll free up the Samnite and will just help out big time. Here the thorax swords are gonna go down to the Libyans. Actually, it's close. It's closer than it should be. But the cavalry come in here and kill some stuff off, which is nice. Another pike here is still at 114 men, so very nice. Libyan infantry are going to get in the rear here of this veteran hoplite, so that's going to do well. And here, these Scutarii are going to go down to a Thracian charge, probably. That's a full Thracian, but again, Thracians are not a threat because they are just so weak to missiles. So, let's see, is he charging in here? Wow, these Kutari did way better than I thought, to be honest. And that rear charge will actually just finish them. So nice job killing off that Cav unit. Now it's just use your archers to their maximum effect. Pick top plate, veteran top plate, very healthy over here. But they're not a threat to kill any of your missile units, so that's fine. The general is getting a bit overzealous here. Just finish off this blob here, is what I say. Finish off this blob, save your ammo, shoot only the rears. Every volley counts like so fucking much at this point in the battle. You saved a good amount of cav, your Carthaginian cav and your gen. That's fine, great. They just need to chill out, and you also have 8 Scutaria cav here. You just need to chill out, allow these infantry to win, surround, maybe kill off like these isolated units while this blob runs forward. They're tired already. These guys are fucked. They're really not going to do very much as long as you just finish this blob off effectively and start shooting the right targets. He's really wasting his ammo on these spikes. Like, I really don't like this. I don't agree at all. Shoot the gen. The gen's at 75 men, and it's the gen crucial target. Eliminate it at all costs. Last slinger unit is going to go down. Numidian cav killing it off with the help of this Carthaginian cav. And he just needs to route this unit before all these guys. Actually, he'll just engage, actually, it's fine. Because he's going to win these fights very easily. Like, very, very easily. Libyan infantry. Yeah, they're going to do well here. The Thracians, though, could get a nice charge in here. He needs to deal with this Thracian. Like, it's going to be fucking annoying if it kills off this Sam Knight. And now it's time to kill off the gen. Like, the gen's totally isolated. Get your cavalry, get your general in here. Charge it, shoot it, kill it off. That'll cause a massive morale drop and pretty much win you the game. But again, he's using these like very tired units in melee all the time. I don't understand that. Like, very tired general. You're just taking unnecessary casualties, basically. Unnecessary. But he's gonna kill off these guys. Like, the general's taking a lot of casualties though, because these Thracians are only active and they're gonna do massive damage. Looks like these Cretans are out of ammo, but the Balearic should have loads of ammo, so. Yeah, he's actually out of ammo on both Cretans, so now ammo again becoming a problem. For Tila. The thorax hoplites are very healthy, and now things are not looking so good. Like, these pick hoplites weren't killed off, so that's not good. And again, Tila's just having this issue where his units are exhausted all the time. So yeah, charging in here, trying to kill off the gen, still good, but again, now the reserves of Athens, these thorax hoplites, and these Thracians coming in to finish the job. And the veteran hoplite is very healthy as well. No way, the Balearics are also out of ammo, so he just loses because all his slingers are out of ammo. Yep, and that's why he wasted a lot of ammo. He didn't use this ammo properly. His general is still exhausted. Like, does he have a second wind? Like, I don't understand. He should. The Balearics will kill off this pick top plate because there's only 30 men. Like, and then, the gen's helping out, so that's good. So it's definitely not over. But at this point, he just needs to freshen his general at all costs, and then freshen this Libyan, or the same night, one of them. And he'll have a good chance, I think. The pick hoplites are also exhausted. So he's just wasting his general by charging them into hoplites that are fresh when your unit's exhausted. They just die in that kind of fight. So yeah, the Thracians are going to go down here. Cretans, just chilling. The general's gonna do a lot of damage here. But yeah, they should die. But there's just too many hoplites here. The hoplites will win. Like, yeah, so the general is fresh now, so that's good. Gonna be a massive blob fight here. Yeah, the archers should definitely pull out now. The general's at 20 men, and this unit is, why is it running around though? These guys are fresh, so there's no point, and winded, so there's no point in not fully resting your cav force here, and then just trying to fuck these guys up. But the problem is their HP is so high that they're not going to take many casualties on initial charges, meaning that they're just not going to rout, and they're going to kill off too much of your cav. Let's just triple here. Again, didn't rest this Carthaginian cav. I hope he second wins it before he goes into the fight. This Numidian also exhausted. Yeah, seems like he will. But again, he could fully wait and rest this Numidian. You may as well. He's going after this thorax hoplite, looks like, for the majority of his units. Balearics are decent in melee, so he's gonna go in for the charge. Just surrounding, but again, they're just not losing anything because he's fighting missile units. Didn't even get a charge with this cav, which is like curious. So it looks like Athens is gonna take this. Nice play from Bobi. Like, again, I don't think that. I think Tila had the right army. He just didn't play his archeries correctly. Like, they got massive kills, but yeah, it wasn't enough. Like, yeah, need to be a little bit more careful. I think the one thing was his infantry. He needs to be more careful about not fighting those pikes with his Scutaria. It's like the worst unit to fight pikes with because their armor is so low. And you just need to get better fights, more better YOLO charges on those infantry everywhere, like the Athens gen, you can get YOLO charge, which is a big problem because then they just don't take the initial damage and the damage just lose to them instead of fighting for a much longer period of time. And you just want those infantry fights to last as long as possible so you can go behind with your Cav, kill the enemy slingers for free, and then just surround with the Valerics and the Cretans and just only get rear shots. That's pretty much the goal, I think. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to stop for now. I'll do another video with the rest of the battles. So it was a good series so far, 2-1 for Bobi. More to come. So thanks for watching, guys, and peace out. See you.